Jim, congratulations. That's a hard fought victory over Chuck Pulio. You had to come from behind as well. Just sum that one up for us.
Chuck is a very good friend of mine. Like he's like my favorite guy on the tour. Uh, when the draw was happening, I was like anybody but Chuck. So we were not happy with the draw because and I mean like you're happy the other guy's going to go on, but you don't want to play him, and it's a tough one. And I think I think that's what came out in our game today. Neither one of us really wanted to put the pedal down and win.
Now that you are through, do you think you can relax into it a little bit more? That hurdle's out the way.
Yeah, oh for sure, yeah. And I try not to think about the Canada US Cup thing going on, but it's still in the back of your mind. And I play a Canadian guy tomorrow, who's a very good buddy of mine too. And so it's going to be another game on a different level tomorrow, but I hope to play better tomorrow.
Yeah, well, on that, Canada in a fabulous position, 5-2 up now in the Nations Cup in a race to 8. Bragging rights going to go to the red side.
It could be, and like I know my best buddy Matt did an interview today in England and said he didn't really care, but we're missing the probably the best guy in North America, Matt Campbell, and they're missing the number one seeds and tour card holder Danny Baggish. So it's all fun. We're all friends. When this is over, it's going to be handshakes and back pats all around for sure.
Has the Nations Cup just given us an extra dimension and a little bit of a different flavour? Because
Yeah,
the Cross Border Challenge was brilliant anyway, but it just spiced it up a little bit more.
yeah, it really does. It really does. And I didn't try to look to see, who should win here and who should win there. And there's a few real toss-em games. And yeah, it really does add a little spice to it. And I got to give the CDC guys credit for coming up with the first team nation to win 8 points is really great idea. And it really makes it fun. And honestly, the venue's fantastic. The crowd is great for such a first time for us, and I think it can only go up from here, honestly.
Look, darts in North America is a real hotbed right now, to the point where us across the pond are talking about North America as the next breakthrough place alongside Germany and places like that, because we see guys coming over, getting their tour cards, and even the ones that aren't, and then still coming over and they're fighting on the challenge tour and things like that. So it must feel nice to be part of that.
Well, it does, and I think the biggest thing for us is to learn to compete on a regular basis, like every leg, every match, as opposed to like having a couple soft games. And it's going to take some time, I think. But the more guys that go over and play it, the bigger the CDC gets to make us more competitive. It's going to change everything, I think. I really do think that, and if we could play a CDC match every month somehow, then I think that we would be even better. Like two guys who were fill-in spots, Joey Lana and Kerry Way, Keith Way, were averaging in the mid 90s up until the fourth, fifth leg, and that's what we saw on the tour today when I watched it at my house.
Well, it's more the credit as well. Some of the players that aren't here as well. We saw Doug Bain that do really good things in the Continental Cup and things like that. The talent pool now in North America is deep.
It really is. There's so many good players. There's so many good players just in Ontario, where I'm from, where over a short format, if you give them best of 5, they'll average 100. And it's just guys who play as a hobby, and their next match they may average 72 or something, or 65 or something. But it's that experience of playing good game after good game, which is hard, and that's what we don't have that Europe has.
What's it like having John Part as a captain?
It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, I played with John Part in 2003, and my first time ever on Team Ontario. And like honestly, like people probably don't realize, like he was punching out 164s and shaking hands, and like it was like crazy. And I think if John Part would have done now what he did in the with social media, even not time wise, but if social media, he'd be a national icon because what he did like I didn't even know he won the world champions for like 6 or 8 months later, you know, because in Canada in the 80s we didn't know, we didn't have a way to follow darts, and so even in the 90s. So John is a legend. He's a super guy. I'd like to hang with him every weekend if I could, and great to have him as a captain.
Just last one before I let you go, touching on what you said about Matt Campbell. Do you think that Matt is the best player to come out of North America since John Part with what he's doing on the Pro Tour and the PDC Tour now?
Matt is a very good friend of mine. He's my doubles partner in Ontario when we play. I don't okay a tournament until I've talked to Matt, and he leaves me hanging till the last minute a lot of times, and it's worth the wait because he's a very good friend. He's a very fun guy to play with, and he's got something that he's got the edge of I'm gonna win at all costs, that we all need to adapt to, all of us. And Matt's the best guy around. Make no mistake, Matt's the best.
Jim, absolute pleasure talking to you, mate, and we wish you all the very best tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you very much.